Hello, I am going to show everybody how I do the tops on my bless you jars. The first thing I want to do is take a ring, I flip it upside down, and I make, once again, I'm not very prepared. I just draw a pattern out of that, and I get this. So I start with that, and then what I do is, I'm gonna get my stuff right in front of me. I made one last time and nobody could see what I was doing. So I have my iron here ready, and I use this, I know it's not called interfacing, I can't remember the name of it, but it's for appliquing, and I cut a piece out of there like so. Let's see, and then I take my piece of felt. I make these tops out of two different things. I make them out of felt, or I make them out of the material that might be matching what I'm doing, or just a solid. Sometimes I completely Mod Podge the top of this. If I'm using felt, I guess you can use foam, that flat foam too. That's another way. I just like felt. And some people make them out of paper and other things. I don't want things tearing the tissues. And this is just my choice. You can use anything. Nothing's wrong. It's just my choice. And so what you do, there's two sides of this. I already drew a pattern. There's the shiny kind of bumpy side. That's a glue part. And then the matte side. You take this and you just iron it straight on whatever material you're using. Just like that. And then this will peel right off. This piece of paper, it's got to grab the edges. And there you go. Just peels right off. I probably left it on a little bit long, so maybe not quite so long. Then I just fold mine over like so. And I make sure my edge is right up to that glue part. I do that. I iron it together and it makes a thicker piece of material or felt. Now, oops, I want music, but that's too loud. Oops, it's not ironed all the way, so I'm going to leave it on. This stuff's great, and I know if people applique, they use it all the time. You can even hem pants with it. You can do just about anything. Okay, so that's pretty stuck together. I didn't make the stuff go all the way over there. So then I take my pattern, and I'm going to put it right on here. I had already drawn a pattern on this sticky stuff at one time, so I'm going to make sure I have my pattern on the same spot so I don't cut through, and I just mark it. Use whatever you want, pencil, pen, there's material markers, and then you just cut it out like so. That's not, the pins won't show, so get it cut out like that. And then what I want to do is I want this to go on this jar. And so I'm going to take, I am going to move some stuff. And I want to Mod Podge sunflowers on here. So I'm going to just take my, move all this stuff back. So when I cut it out, I cut them out together, but then if I want something a little different, I'll just cut my flowers like so, because I want it to fit on. This is a 2-layered. I'm going to keep both layers on there just so it's thicker. I know some people do, some people don't. I could also just maybe make it a little bit easier and put a bigger piece on there. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. I need some water. So I will be right back. Okay, so here we go again. So now I have my water. I'll grab this and this iron so I don't burn myself. So I'm just gonna get this piece of felt wet. Just gonna and get the whole thing wet. Probably just dunk it in water, make it quicker, but this is how I Mod Podge. I know people are probably experts and do it a whole different, but this is me, and I am no expert, let me tell you. So I'm gonna put that on like so, press it down. I'm gonna put a little water on it, like that. I'm gonna pull it over. Actually, I'm gonna do that. Okay. So I'm just getting it on there like so. And then I'll put this one on there. Let's see. Just get it all wet. Like that. I'm going to pull this over. That's not going to show. Actually, what you can do is cut that little bit off right there. Stick it. It's not gonna show anyway because it'll be under the ring. And then we take one more. So I don't want to use that whole thing. My thumbs kill me cutting this stuff out, so I don't like to waste any. I'm old. I'm sure that it's arthritis. As my mom would call it, Arthur is coming to visit me. Meaning arthritis. Okay, put that there. Maybe we do need one more. I'm going to take this green. Just do that. And put it right there. So, I'm going to get this nice and wet on here. Just like that. I'm going to kind of trim it around a little bit. Still wants to pull up, but that's just because I haven't Mod Podged it yet. See, and I could have just used that piece for that one area that I did that with. In fact, I think I will. I'm going to put that flower right there. And that's not enough. Oh well. Anyway. There we go. I'm going to get it all wet again. Cut that off. Uh-oh, my dogs are barking in the background. They're going crazy. Probably squirrels outside. Okay, so there's all that. Now I would Mod Podge that. That looks dumb. There we go. So I'm just going to Mod Podge all the way over all of this. I should put something down, but oh well. I buy big rolls of freezer paper and use it for my messes instead of buying a bunch of towels, paper towels. So, I put a nice thick coat on it so it sinks through. Just like that. It's going to dry, and I'll show you what I do afterwards. So, this is my method. I am no expert, but this is how I make the tops. I think that'll look really pretty on, whoops, and graceful. Just put that right there. Okay, so I'm going to let this dry, and then I'm going to show you what I do after it's dried. And make sure I get it good and gloppy on there. I want it nice and thick. Okay. Gotta make sure I'm filming. I'm not sure if I am or not. I need my glasses on. Okay, I guess we are back. Okay, so this is all done and dried. I cheated. I just threw it on in the oven. I do a lot of stuff in the oven. So this now will fit under here. Just like that. So I just stick it up in there. See? So now you have a lid that looks like that. So I'm going to trim this up a little bit just because it makes it easier. And I plug the glue gun in because I use a glue gun. You don't have to use a glue gun. You can use regular glue. Let's trim that up a little bit. Just like that. So I'm going to take, this is a well-used glue gun. This is my life. So I'm going to just put a little bit of glue around the edges. Be careful because it gets a little hot. And I'm just going to press it in there like so. And I kind of stretch it so it's tight. You can do that, just kind of stretch it. Press it in real good. There is your lid. Now, I could have cut, and I probably should have, the slits in them for the tissue to come out of. And I'm going to show you what I did on another one. Because what I'm going to do with this, what I always like to do is put another coat of Mod Podge on it. So I'm just painting. I'm going to paint all the way around. Put another good coat on there. Like so. And I'm going to put it on the back side too. So I'm going to Mod Podge the back side. Oops. And the thing I'm going to do with this one, this particular jar, is, so that's good. I'm just going to let that dry. I want to put a few sunflowers on the edges, and I probably should have done that before I put the top on, but you can kind of see what the top looks like now. And when I glue it, the jar lids don't come all the way down, but that's all right. And that is the finished product, except we have put the top, this in it, the slits. I use an X-Acto knife, and all I do is slit it one way and slit it the other way, and you can, you know, make them a little bit bigger by cutting them. If you don't have an X-Acto knife, just stick this in like this and cut it one way and cut it the other, and then it'll stay nice and stiff like that for your tissue to come through. That is all I do. If you have any questions, private message me or ask me on the Facebook page. Hope this helps. Hope you guys have a good day.